They seen your light when you were a child, and they seen that your future is bright. And so they purposely manipulated and sent you down a path of destruction so you could not reach your future. But you still have the same destiny. And the person or people who purposely misguided you are now experiencing a bad time in life. This is a quick message from the universe. Chosen one. Chosen one. Your life has been hard. And a lot of the reason why, and the thing about the chosen ones are, we are not going to never not accept accountability for the things that we do. And your life has been hard because of some of your decisions, but it's all mainly due to certain paths and things that you went down that were not prescribed for you to even walk. And what happens is, chosen one, a lot of us come from backgrounds, single family homes, come from backgrounds of neglect. We come from backgrounds of, struggles, things like that, right? And chosen one, while you was a child or when you was growing up, you had people in your life who shouldn't have been around you. And sometimes we end up in these situations and we end up having role models and people around us as children, as before our brain is developed in our programming stage, that we shouldn't have even been around. Some of y'all have been around murderers, um, sexual criminals, um, all types of influences in people, spirits that you had no business even mixing with. And so, chosen one, the thing about the chosen ones is you ain't just wake up at 25, 20, 30, 40, 50 years old, 60 years old. You ain't just wake up with this light, right? You didn't just wake up and your light, you have this chosen light on you. You have this light over your life. You didn't wake up with that. You've had that since a child, chosen one. And you've always been a person where people can look at you and see that you were destined for greatness, even since a child. There's these certain kids where you can just look at them and know they came into this world with a purpose, or they came into this world to change this reality. Chosen one, a lot of times we go through spiritual combat because we understand we are in a spiritual war, and we did come here with the purpose of trying to um, detach and destroy this construct that has been keeping souls in prison and reincarnating. Right? That's your mission. To change and break the generational curses for future souls that come through your family line. Well, chosen one, you're starting to realize that people purposely push you down these paths, chosen one. And how this operates is, like I said, we're in a spiritual war. And so your enemies, the low vibrational archons or the low vibrational entities who wish to keep control over this matrix and continue to have souls looping and recycling. What happens is, chosen one, these spiritual entities will place people in your life thinking that these people will lead you down a path of destruction that will keep you from waking up. And a lot of times that happens, right? This happens. This is not by choice. This is by design. Everything that happens in this reality is by design. But chosen one, you had people in your life who you were never supposed to be around. You had spirits and things in your life that you had no business mixing with as a child. And these people purposely led you on a path of destruction. See, chosen one, some of you were introduced to alcohol. You were introduced to substances, drugs, even before your brain was fully activated, was fully developed. You had people who, some of you had people who introduced you to sexual things way too early before your brain was developed. People who introduced you to lifestyles that were not meant for you. Street lifestyles, gang lifestyles, criminal lifestyles, way before your brain could develop, chosen one. And you were introduced to these things purposely to send you down a path of destruction. See, what we understand about the early brain is if we don't see the world, we could just be in one town, and if nobody told us that a world outside of this town exists, we would think this is the world. And it's similar like that when you got these people who introduce you to these paths or programs, introduce you to these substances, and this becomes all you know. And there are so many chosen ones right now who are still fighting through this spiritual aspect, this spiritual battle in which these archons have put people in your life that had no business in your life at a very early age. And so, chosen one, you found yourself operating in paths, living lifestyles that were never meant for you. And these lifestyles and choices and things that you went down, they impacted your life dramatically. And you had to fight through it, chosen one. It's been a war. And now you're here and you're awakened and you are a different person than who you used to be. See, the thing is, chosen one, that was never you. That was somebody else who instilled their default programming into you. And this is why you were able to break through that illusion. Well, chosen one, those people who introduce you to these things, to these substances, to these lifestyles, to these certain ways of thinking, they did that purposely, chosen one. They didn't do that without bad intent. They did that with the intention to deter you. Because they could see that you had a future that was very bright. And your future is still your future. Your destiny is still yours. But this is a form of destiny swapping. They try to swap your destiny, chosen one, by leading you down paths that they knew would lead you to prison, that they knew would lead you to a casket, that they knew would lead you to a life of addiction, that they knew would lead you to a life of heartbreak and a lot of sexual activity that could possibly lead you to disease and sickness. And they did it anyway, chosen one, because they did not want you to accomplish or reach your destiny. They were literally used by the archons without even knowing it. See, this is a spiritual battle, and when you understand that, you can see that you've been fighting in these wars the whole time, chosen one. You just didn't have awareness of it. And now that you have the awareness of it, you can fight back with intent and beat these people. But chosen one, everyone who had something to do with you taking a step down the wrong path is now feeling it in the worst way. You got people laying on their deathbeds, people paralyzed, all types of things happening. They tried to deter you from your future by leading you down the wrong path, but yet you still found it.